welcome to your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope all is well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have relevant Libra placements or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Libra. You might find some information in this reading, Libra, that may resonate with you. Let's dive right into the messages. Let's see what's going on this week for the Libra Nation. Now, Libra, keep in the back of your mind that this is a general reading. So this will automatically mean that there will be certain parts of this reading that may resonate and there may be some things that don't. I'm encouraging you not to get distracted by situations in this reading or messages in this reading that don't resonate exactly to your situation. Instead, let that fall by the wayside. Understand that time is fluid and not everything happens at the same time for everyone. So even though I'm calling this a 7-day forecast, understand, not everything plays out at the same time for everybody. And please don't make any rash decisions or jump to any type of conclusions based on a general reading. If you like a reading, though, based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book one on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensions.com. Let's dive right into this. I see a lot of different things in your reading, and I've just shuffled. I'm picking up a lot of stress. I'm picking up someone that's very stubborn, somebody that doesn't want to change. Maybe it's very difficult to talk to this person, or you're kind of avoiding them right now. There might be some things going down at work this week. I heard Sag and Taurus before I heard Libra, so this situation could concern a Sag or a Taurus. I even see some type of legal situation. Somebody could be caught up in a domestic violence situation, or maybe you have had a violent history with somebody. Somebody could be getting into it. There's communication. It feels like there's somebody that's communicating with you pretty soon. If they haven't already, Libra Nation. Let's see what's going on with Libra Nation. Libra, your kids. It feels like your children are going to be in need of your attention. Discipline is definitely going to be your strong suit this week. You got this King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And then you got Leo. And you got Aquarius, the star. Some of you are dealing with an Aqua or a Leo. Procrastination is a real thing this week. It looks like time is a factor for you. I think you may have been going through some things. I think you're burnt out, really. Libra is really how I want to put this. So it looks like you're at a crossroads about something, okay? You're at a crossroads about a lot of different things. What pops up in your reading is a secret love affair. This could be connected to work, because I definitely see work as being like a very central energy in your reading, as well as a Scorpio. You got a lot of references here to time, clocks, okay? Maybe you might be finding yourself late to something. Maybe your period's late. Maybe you're late for work. Time is money. And since I'm talking to you about procrastination, discipline, and focus, and you possibly being at a crossroads about something, it might be time for you to make a decision. You're confused. It feels like you're stressed out having to make a decision. It could be about your career. It could be that maybe right now, this week, or maybe this was last week. It could be spilling into this week where maybe you have been lacking focus. I say this week, when I'm well aware that this is probably going to be uploaded around the weekend. When I say this week, keep in mind, I'm talking about the next 7 days, even though this spills into next week, okay? Whatever the case is, there may have been an issue here about focus, about clarity, about what to do, what direction to go, and whether or not it's time to really go for something. You're wanting to go for it, okay? Or this is your guide saying they're encouraging you to do something, to not procrastinate. If there's something that you really could take the next step with, it feels like your guides are saying go ahead and do it. There's an opportunity, I feel, that's popping up this week, and it might have something to do with a timing factor, which is why this clock is showing up so relevantly. Did I say somebody's period is late? There's a baby on the way. I feel, okay, tests and trials. Literally, unless you're going through some type, maybe you're testing in school. Is it midterms right now? No, school's about to start back up. I don't know. Well, this could just be some type of test and trial that you're going through. It could be in a relationship. It does not have to be a love relationship. It could even be a relationship with yourself that's just really going through a lot of frustrating times for you. You're sad about something. Let it out. Let it flow. So I think that this week, Libra Nation, this might be a very emotional week for you. Or like I said, maybe this was last week. There's something that maybe you may need to let go of. Because it feels like you're about to go through some type of significant change in your life. This might have something to do with the past. You got 1 and 5 here. I want to add this up to 6. Even though that's not how numerology works, but this is how I'm seeing it, 6, which is related to the past. It feels like the past is your focus this week. And this could be what's having you feeling very emotional, very down, and feeling like you're at a crossroads. You're not sure what decision to make. You're lacking focus because it feels like there's something else that's going on that's kind of like pulling your attention. It feels like it might be your love life or the past, childhood issues. If it's not your childhood issues, there's issues here related to a child. It could be your child that's going through something if it's not you. But that's what I'm seeing. Something here related to time. Maybe there's some deadlines that you're trying to meet. Maybe you have a lot of pressure on you because of deadlines. And it feels like you're losing out on money because of procrastination or because your emotions are kind of taking over. You're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you feel like a loss of control. I think you do have an inability to cope with deadlines. That's what's causing you to feel burnt out this week. It feels like there's some type of fear that it feels like you're needing to face, but maybe right now you're kind of avoiding it. Some of you may have lost. There may have been a loss of some kind. This could have been a passing of somebody. Maybe you did lose somebody. And maybe that is something, this could be past memories that are dredged up this week that really bring you to a sad place while you're thinking about somebody that you really did care about that passed on. I think this could be you reflecting on things and having a lot of sorrow and regret about something. So to sum it up, like I said, there's some type of sadness surround this week. This is a very emotional week for you. A very confusing week where you're not sure about what to do. Some of you could be caught up between two people. You're not sure, okay, you have a secret love affair. And then you have a main person that you're with. And maybe you're having to make a decision about whether or not to stick to your partner and go back and reconcile things there, or to stay in a side relationship. I will say this, if this has anything to do with a relationship, whether it's a love relationship or whatever, it feels like somebody feels like their needs are not being met. And I did say that this could be related to a child. Somebody feels neglected. There could be someone that might feel like threatened that maybe their partner is going to leave them, or somebody is going to leave them. It could be a parent. Somebody feels like something is missing from their relationship and they're feeling sidelined and they're feeling insecure because of it. Okay, so this week, I feel like there could be issues with relationships, issues with communication. Maybe you don't communicate the way that you used to with somebody because they have somebody else on the side. Either you are the secret, singles, or even this is you in a coupled relationship. Somebody may have somebody else on the side. It's not me saying it. You see the cards, right? This is your spirit guides calling it out. There could be someone coming back to try to reconcile this week. It could be a Cancerian, because I'm seeing the number 4 here. Unless maybe you have 4 children with someone. But that's what I'm seeing. 4 and 6 could be relevant. But I think that maybe you do need some time to heal from some type of a cycle. You've been through some type of cycle with someone. I don't think this is the first time that you've put up with a cheating episode, Libra Nation, at all. I don't. Either this is like this could even be somebody new, okay? You could be meeting someone new, Libra. Maybe this is the cycle. You meet someone, and every time you meet someone, it's the same person, different face. They're not serious about a commitment. I will say that somebody could be making a romantic gesture towards you this week. Could be somebody sending you, I'm gonna put it out there. Somebody could be sending you like naked pictures. But I will say this, somebody is avoiding a relationship. This is like a commitment phobe. And somebody has the same old tactics. It's like somebody's coming in with some type of like sexual advances. I will also say, since there's references here to work, there could be some type of sexual misconduct. And I did start off the reading by saying somebody could be having an affair at work with a coworker. That could be where the sexual misconduct is. This is like some type of sexual harassment that you're dealing with. Or like I said, this is something that's going on the side, possibly with a boss and a subordinate. That's kind of like what I'm seeing. I think you're playing out a lot of different scenarios in your head this week. And I think that that's what's really throwing off your focus. I think you're living like in a state of angst about something. You're anxious about something. Worried about something. We're going to see what this is, because I'm not sure. It's like something is keeping you from taking the next step with something. And I think it's just, that's what it is. You're in a state of angst because you have a decision to make. But it's like you don't want to make the wrong decision. So it feels like, Libra, you're not making a decision at all. You're kind of just like, I don't know, like biding your time, kind of. What's going on with Libra? Because it looks like something is stunting your progress. You're stressed out. Gemini, Pisces. Gemini and Pisces could be significant, could play a role in your situation. Grief. This is what I mean. Did somebody pass away? Because it looks like either that's something that you're concerned about, or like I said, there's something from the past that brings you back down memory lane that causes you to think about someone. It could be the anniversary of somebody's passing that could be bringing these feelings of grief up. Somebody's birthday. You're grieving over soon as right at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. It feels like it's recent. Or maybe even if it was a long time ago, it feels like it's recent. Goodness, does somebody like... I don't mean for this reading to be so, but this is what the spirit guides are giving me. I guess we'll get to that in a minute. I don't know. Does somebody pass away of like an intentional death? Or that could just be what's on somebody's mind this week. Somebody's having like suicidal ideations. It's like the pressure is really getting to somebody, or a lot of pain is really getting to somebody, that's what somebody's starting to think about. Somebody could be suicidal, okay? Because that's kind of like what I'm seeing in the reading, that somebody's just really going through it. They don't know who to turn to. This could be a week, Libra Nation, where maybe you might need some advice, some spiritual advice about something, and maybe you feel like you can't find it. It can't be found. And maybe, you know, it feels like you're under some type of pressure, or something is time sensitive that comes up. It could be related to health even. This week, I feel like you're at a crossroads, right? We talked about that. There's something that maybe you want to take action on, but maybe you're not sure if this is the time, or if you have the discipline to see something through. It looks like you're not getting the proper rest that you need. You're having a difficult time really tapping into your intuition and really trusting what your gut is telling you. You're not making time for prayer and meditation. And I think you're really thrown off this week, because it's like your guides are really telling you, you know what, Libra Nation, you got to keep your life in balance. And I think that this week, with you being the Libra of the scales, things are tipped one direction. It's like you are finding a difficult time maintaining what's on your plate. Because it might feel like something is constantly happening. Something is constantly coming up. Delays are constantly happening. Maybe this might have something to do with your household. Or it might have something to do with bills. You might be concerned about whether or not you should leave your household. Maybe you do want to move. That could have been something that you have been thinking about. And this could have something to do with somebody's passing. Maybe there is a home, somebody's estate that you're having to tend to. I think that there might be a pet that you might need to tend to this week as well, Libra Nation. That could also be something that you're concerned about. Show me Libra, Holy Spirit. What's going on with Libra? Unrequited love. Okay, we talked about that. And I think that's what this Three of Swords is about. That's what this grief is about. Something is not working out, or something did not work out. Currently, it feels like this week's secrets are being revealed. You're realizing that maybe it's time to leave something behind, because it's like a one-sided situation. It's unrequited love. It's you putting in all the effort, you putting in all the work, and you feel like there's somebody that's just not meeting you halfway. And I think, like I said before, this is something that's constantly happening around and around in circles. You go with this person, not really getting out of this situation what you had bargained for. I think that the trust is off between you and someone, and phobias. I think that there's some type of fear that you have. And it could be fear of whatever this is, that it could be unrelated to a relationship, because let me make it very clear. It feels like the central focus this week is your work, your money, and which is both connected possibly for some of you, and a relationship. You're fearful about something. Some of you are fearful about a gift that you have. You're maybe afraid to put that on display. That's what your thoughts consist of. Fear-based thoughts. Whatever you're afraid of, or like I said, it's fear that's causing you to miss out on opportunities that are right in front of your face. You could be looking for a new home this week. It feels like there's a residence change that's getting ready to come up. But what might kind of like throw you off is that maybe you might feel like you don't have the finances to be able to make a purchase or to make the moves that you want to make. Maybe you want to get a new car. Maybe you do want a new home. It feels like there's just a lot of things hanging in the balance. House and room. Okay. It's your living situation. So, back to this work situation. Some of you, you're having cash flow issues. This balance, once again. Some people mad at you. You might be having a difficult time balancing your budget. So this might be a week, I heard Gemini, Libra Nation. It's a good week not to borrow more money than you can pay back. Keep your credit card limits, you know what I mean, at a reasonable rate. At a reasonable rate. Maybe you're applying for a credit card, or applying for some type of credit. It could be a work loan. What am I trying to say? A home loan. You want to keep your spending, in balance. You don't want to overdo it this week. You don't want to overly splurge, okay, with spending that maybe you don't really need to do this week. Somebody's dwelling on some mistakes. Somebody has secrets in their lives and they're dwelling on past mistakes. I think somebody may have left a situation this week. It feels like someone is trying to follow their heart. They're at a crossroads about maybe something in their life, a love relationship, a job. I think this week I feel like you're going to follow your heart about whether or not it's really time to put something to a close, to walk away from something and to let something go and to maybe go in a brand new direction. I think that this is just what this is. Your direction in life is about to switch. Refusal to change. So I think this is who you're dealing with. There's someone that refuses to change. Maybe you feel like there's somebody that does not want to look at their faults. Again, somebody is constantly doing the same thing, or this is you constantly running into the same type of person. Success, if I wasn't very clear about it, success and discipline is going to go a long way for you this week, because it looks like there's some type of success that you're looking for, and this could be where you're feeling a bit down. Maybe you really have been putting your heart and soul into something, and maybe you feel like you haven't seen a turnout on something that maybe you've really wanted to, something that really means a lot to you this week. It feels like your guides are saying, continue to be consistent, Libra Nation. You're going to see some success get ready to play out for you. And I think this is why this Ace of Pentacles is here for you. I think it's your time. I did mention delays. I think that, maybe it was crucial for you to wait for divine timing for something to happen. Okay. Your commitment, your hard work with something is getting ready to pay off. Hypocrite. This could be somebody you work with, possibly. I promise you, somebody tried to pass away from an intentional death, and it feels like somebody may have survived it. Well, like I said, Libra, I don't mean to make it so heavy, but that's what I'm seeing. This is a week where you're meant to dive deep. Maybe that's why I'm seeing Scorpio. You definitely have a strong energy of a Scorpion and a Leo, shadow diver. Something is going to cause you to really dig deep and to go into your shadow side, to maybe figure out what could be blocking you. Because for some of you, Libra Nation, I feel like you could be blocking yourself in more ways than one. What is going on, Holy Spirit, for Libra? What's going on in their mindset? Obsessive thinking. That's what I mean. You're constantly in thought. Time is money. That's what it feels like you're spending your time thinking about. You're lost in thought. That's what's distracting you. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. That's what I mean. You're having some type of decision this week. You're at a crossroads. You're obsessively thinking about something. And your guides are telling you that turn the dilemma over to Spirit. There's something that maybe you're having to overcome, but you can't quite think of the right decision to make. Your guides are saying you got to turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Thinking and obsessing about something this week is not working. There's a creative project this week, Libra Nation, that I think is going to be popping up for you. And I think this is this whole success situation where there is success for you in your career, because it looks like that's where you're very concerned. That's what I mean. It's your emotions. Your emotions are throwing you off. And that's what I mean by this whole thing. Time is money. Emotions. You're missing out on financial opportunities. I don't know if that's important to you this week or not. Because whatever this is that you're going through, for some of you, if somebody passed away, maybe, you know what, money isn't all that important. Unless this is like money connected to somebody's estate, or you need money to maybe lay somebody to rest. So this whole thing about moving, I think this is definitely a week for you to maybe look around and maybe consider different places that maybe you want to move, different places that maybe you want to work. Because it looks like there's some fresh opportunities coming in for you. I think that your guides want you to open yourself up to some new experiences. Because it looks like you just been like really in the four walls of your mind and maybe not willing to kind of like step out of your comfort zone. This week something is going to require you to do that. I did say that you could be reconnecting with someone. Someone could be trying to build up the courage to maybe ask you out on a date. Or this is someone that maybe, I don't know, kind of like is MIA from your life. It feels like someone is coming in with some communication. And Libra Nation or Cross Watcher, I think that it's going to be really important if you decide to really open up and have this conversation with someone. It's going to be important to be honest, especially if this pertains to children, because I will say this. Some of you, there's a child that's really going through something this week. This could be you, your inner child, or this is your kid. Some of you, I'm picking up children because maybe you are giving birth, maybe you're pregnant. But I think that there may be a child that wants to open up and tell you so many things, but maybe they don't really have I don't want to say the vocabulary to do it, or maybe they just don't know how to really convey what's really going on. Bully prevention angel. Some of you, your kids could be bullied in school, or maybe they were, or whatever the case is. That could be something that you might be concerned about. But I do see issues here with parent and child. Or this is you, like I said, giving birth. You're pregnant. There's a baby coming. If you had a family member that passed a while back and you had one that passed recently, those two souls have been reunited. We talked about that. This is where your guides are saying don't be hasty. Don't act in haste. Make sure that whatever decisions you're making this week, Libra, you're really taking the time to think it through. And to be patient. Whatever this is with something that you're striving for, again, it's like your guides are emphasizing your perseverance is going to pay off. What is going on with Libra? I think that you're about to be united with your soul's mission. There's something here that you're meant to do. That could have been what I was telling you about. That there's a gift here that maybe you're afraid to share with the world. Or to see some type of creative project through. I think this week you're definitely uniting with your soul's mission. I think some of you might have parental guilt this week. Since we're here talking about Empress and Mother, I think this, Mother. I think this is like mom guilt for a lot of you. Maybe you're feeling torn in that area of your life. Your kids are pulling on you. They have the needs that they have, but I feel like because some of you might be single parents, maybe you might be feeling pulled in that direction where, you have to work. And that, something pulls you into the unknown. If you did not leave a job already, or this is you having anxiety about whether or not to maybe leave something behind, whether it's a job or whatever, I think you're afraid to go into the unknown. And I think that this is something that could potentially shift for you this week, Libra Nation. Whatever this is, this fear and this anxiety, I think this is where you're getting clarity about what to do next. Libra, Holy Spirit, show me Libra. Some of you might have a habit, could be a smoking habit. You or somebody around you has a smoking habit and some type of hardcore addiction, it feels like, and it's really starting to affect somebody's health. Somebody's mental health is really going through it as well, especially with this anxiety card. But there could be anxiety surrounding a health issue. I really do feel that. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So this is what I feel like is going on this week. There's some situations that pop up this week, Libra Nation, where you feel like they're completely beyond your control. But I think that whatever this is, just like I just literally said this, you're going to get clarity on whatever this is that you're feeling confused and stressed out about. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And this is what I feel is the case. Freedom, right? Okay. From whatever is creating this anxiety, this is the week where your guys are saying it's time to really find that freedom. Okay? Because I really don't feel like, Libra Nation, like, this doesn't spell out freedom at all. Okay? This spells out like I'm a mental prisoner, or I'm a product of my environment. I'm stuck in my situation. I don't see a way out. I think that this is the week where you're going to be able to create that focus and find that freedom. The path is clear if you want it to be. It might feel that there's something that's blocking you from moving forward. It feels like it's your thoughts that could potentially be blocking you from moving forward. Low self-esteem. Confirmation of what we just talked about. There's some type of gift that you have, but it's this lack of confidence that's keeping you from moving forward. Something is causing you a lot of stress. Something is causing your weight to kind of fluctuate, Libra. You could be experiencing some ups and downs with your weight. I talked to you about a change in residence. It looks like something is coming along for the better. Whatever this is with a move, something, we're in August right now. Something may have popped up in the month of July that's causing you to have to move. I talked to you about reconciling. There's somebody that's coming to you. They may want this to see if the two of you can put things behind the two of you and move forward. This may have something to do with an Aries. It has something to do with an ex. This could be the father of your child. You might feel that maybe somebody, if it's not the father of your child, it's somebody that had a significant role in your life. You might feel, I did say sidelined, okay? You might feel like somebody put you on the back burner. And maybe right now emotionally you're going through it because maybe a previous relationship has you feeling like damaged goods. It may have kind of like soured your perspective on relationships, or this is somebody that you are dealing with. Feeling kind of cynical this week. Maybe this is you feeling cynical about love because of some type of dishonesty or trickery that's going on. Relationships with your children. I did mention that there's a kid that's very emotional, possibly that's feeling very emotional about something. And I was going to say possibly a Virgo or a Libra. You could be on the Virgo-Libra cusp. If you're moving, it feels like the month of September is really when things are going to... That might be when you see the change of residence, because I do see you signing a contract. You're signing something. You're signing a contract for some of you. There's some type of document that binds you contractually. Whatever these problems are that you're going through, it feels like a lot of these things are temporary, and these things might be falling away. But this is definitely a week. I've got to emphasize it. I'm repeating myself again for emphasis. You got to pay attention to what's going on with your pockets, your finances. If you are out of a job, it feels like there may be a callback this week. You might hear back from a job this week. There could be an offer being made regarding work, or there could be some news about money coming in. You've been waiting for some money to come in, possibly since July. Something is coming in. It feels like someone from the afterlife is really trying to get in touch with you. It doesn't even have to be in the afterlife. This could be a twin flame. Who are we talking about here? It's a child? Especially if you have more than one child, it feels like they're going to be in need of your attention. You're doing some type... You got somebody hitting you up in the dream world. There's a Cancerian. Or somebody may have passed away all of a sudden from cancer. There's some type of sudden death. And this is who I feel is meeting up with you in the dream world. Thank you, Spirit guides. This is why we see death here. This is why we see this card saying, I am not coming back. This is what I mean. There's some type of reality check. Or like I said, this is somebody that's really, like I said, hitting you up in the dream world. Whoever this is that's coming in from the afterlife, they're trying to help you get unstuck from something. You're ruminating over something. There's some type of repetitive or reactive thought pattern that you're really stuck in. And your guides are really trying to get you to broaden your focus. It's just like you have a lot of anxiety. And I think this could be somebody coming in to show you some type of compassion about something here. That's what I mean. You had a third party situation. You're going to witness something for yourself. This whole secret love affair. You're going to witness something for yourself. Either this is why somebody in the relationship that you were in, was acting standoffish. You're going to witness something for yourself, either online or in person, about why they moved on so quickly. They had a secret situation that whole time. And that's what I mean, singles. Somebody is not really being real. And I promise you, somebody is really bending their neck to watch you. You got some people watching you this week. And this feels like it's at work. And I think it's more than one person. Birds of a feather flock together. And whatever this is, however this resonates for you, with this conflict and anxiety, trickery, okay, there's definitely somebody with something up their sleeve. Somebody that might act a bit hypocritical, that possibly shows up in your energy, or possibly this is how someone might feel about you, Libra Nation. Let's see. Like I said, the reading can always go vice versa. Let's see the advice for the Libra Nation for this. If you've been thinking about traveling, going on vacation, it feels like those travel plans get delayed this week. Slow down. Maybe this is why I'm seeing references to a turtle here. To avoid burnout, don't do too much too fast. Going slower lets you appreciate the miracle of the moment and the richness of your life. All right, this is definitely the week to slow down, okay? Because it feels like time is ticking. Somebody could be a ticking time bomb. Somebody's biological clock could be ticking. Or like I said, this is deadlines. You feel late for something. You're showing up late to things. You're burnt out because of so much pressure on you. And your guides are saying you got to be able to take some time for yourself. to find that balance and to let go of these fears, okay? Because it looks like that's what you're afraid of. Time. Stop inventing scary stories about the future. Stay in the now and affirm your strengths. It's like the fear of the future has you stressing out, right? Your guys are saying slow down. There's some decisions, some very crucial decisions that it feels like, Libra Nation, you may need to be making this week. And it's like your guides are saying, please do not make them from a fear-based mentality. Slow down. Don't act in haste. Even though maybe you don't know what's ahead of you, your guides are saying you got to move slow. This week, surrender the habit of people. We talked about that. Holy Spirit, what else do you have for the Libra Nation? Breathe. Confirmation. Anxiety. Breathe. Breath is sacred. To replenish yourself, slowly inhale wellness and clarity to a count of 6 and exhale stress to a count of 6. Inhale wellness and clarity and exhale stress. So your guides are really telling you, slow down, breathe. Let this fear go. Get a hold of your emotions. Libra, I heard Virgo so clearly. So you might be on the Libra-Virgo cusp. Anxiety, the temptation to really go into overthinking something, the temptation to panic might pop up this week. Fear is nothing but an acronym for false expectations appearing real. Your fears, they might appear real, but this is where your guides are saying, breathe, slow down, put things in perspective, Libra. You need to be able to make decisions here from a place of clear-minded thinking. We talked here about your purpose, and this is the week, Libra Nation, where if you do not completely stumble upon your purpose, it feels like you're getting a confirmation of what your purpose is, or how to see something through, how to realize that the path is really clear if you want it to be. And you can really have freedom from whatever this is that's keeping you in bondage, even if this has something to do with your purpose. When you feel like you don't fit into this world, remember that you're here to create a better one. Your tender heart is a treasure. So maybe your purpose has a lot to do with other people, helping other people, using your gifts to aid other people, but also finding a way to monetize these gifts so that maybe you could do this full time. Because it feels like you feel called to do something. But it could be these outdated beliefs about yourself that could really be blocking you and boxing you in. And it could be your attachment to results. Maybe, like I said, it feels like success is around the corner, but maybe you feel hurt because you feel like, okay, I'm not going to see that success. Like, you know what, my time is up. Or I've been spending a lot of time doing something and I haven't seen the results of what I'm looking for. Or this is you maybe feeling like you're getting older and feeling like your chances are past, you know what I mean? Like you can't get the growth that you're looking for with something. Libra Nation, you're really being encouraged this week to re-examine your thoughts. It feels like you're really coming from a fear-based thought process, and this is something that you really do have control over. So with that, Libra Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you found that it was helpful, Libra Nation, thumbs up the video. Consider subbing to my channel if you're not already subbed to my channel. I encourage you to leave a message, Libra Nation. You never know how your bravery and honesty may help another in the comments. Thank you for spending this time with me, Libra Nation. I'll see y'all next week. Peace out, Libras.